You will see that there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to the example will be played first.
Good evening, City Police Station. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'd like to report a stolen briefcase, please.
Just a minute, and I'll put you through.
The woman says she wants to report a stolen briefcase, so A has been circled. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Now listen carefully to the first part of the conversation, and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good evening, City Police Station. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'd like to report a stolen briefcase, please.
Just a minute, and I'll put you through.
Lost property, can I help you?
Oh, yes. I've had my briefcase stolen.
Okay, I'll take some details. Tell me what it looks like, first of all.
Well, it's a soft leather one, you know, not a heavy box type like a man's.
And how does it close?
It's got buckles at the front, 2 of them. They're gold-plated ones.
Fine. Was it locked?
No, I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Any distinguishing features?
Pardon?
Any marks or badges on it that make it stand out?
Only the brand name.
And where's that?
It's on the back. At the bottom, in the left-hand corner. It's saggy. Oh, and there's a scratch. It's quite bad, but small. Directly above the brand name. I did it recently, putting it on my bike.
I've got that. So, what did you have inside the briefcase?
Well, all my papers from college. It's so frustrating, but thank goodness for computers. I haven't lost them completely.
Yes, you're lucky.
I had my wallet in my pocket, so I didn't lose that. But there were also my pens, which I got for my birthday, and a novel I was planning to read on the train.
Right. Where exactly did you lose the briefcase?
Well, I couldn't believe it. I was standing on the platform. It was right next to me.
You were holding it?
I just put it down on the floor, but I could almost feel it beside me. I was watching for my train because sometimes it comes early. And then next time I looked, my briefcase wasn't there.
And what time was this?
It must have been about 5:20. No, a bit later. I'd say 5:30 because it was just getting crowded and the train normally comes at about 25 to 6.
Before they continue their conversation, look at questions 6 to 10. As you listen to the rest of the conversation, complete the form by filling in the numbered spaces 6 to 10.
Right. If you'll just give me some personal details.
Yes.
What name is it?
I'm Mary Prescott.
Can you spell that?
Yes, it's Prescott.
And your address?
Flat 2, 41 Fountain Road, Canterbury.
Fountain Road.
Yes, number 41.
And have you got a contact telephone number?
Yes, it's 752239.
752239. Fine. One last question. What would you say the value of your briefcase is?
Including the contents?
Yes. Just a rough estimate is fine.
How I'm not sure. Well, the briefcase itself is quite new. I bought it last month for £40. I suppose about £65. The contents are worth about £20 or £25 at least.
That's fine. Well, if you could come down to the station tomorrow, you can sign this form and have a look at what we've got here.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Yeah, half a minute. Check your answers. Every half a minute to check your answers. Okay, I will mark your paper to all of you. It's C.
Yeah.
And it is D. You see what? Wallet, yeah, St. Lucie.
Did she mention what?
Yeah, papers you mentioned.
Um,
It's here, just waiting for her train to come.
I heard she's watching here.
Yes. Yeah, and then C. Why did I?
I have C, but I have 6 to 7.
No, it's
25 to 6.
Yeah,
25 to 6.
It's 4 to 1. So what's your answer? 90? It's 60.
60?
Yes.
I
Did not say 90. They said 65.
65 and
They
25.
say 40,
65.
and then I suppose it's 65.
65, yeah, she mentioned like that.
Yeah,
And
because suppose it's 65. Like this, huh? What you said first, this is fountain, huh? This is, fountain spelling. It says, the briefcase itself is quite new. It's 40. And then I suppose it's 65. Suppose. Meaning I suppose it's 65.
25 on the tools.
And inside, the contents are 20 or 25.
25.
Yes, so 60.
60.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's A, C, D. It's D, C, Prescott, 41, 65.
Because it decreases.
Yeah.
The
So
second-
fountain.
Second one, fountain.
Yeah.
Fountain.
Fountain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. Anyway, it's your first try.
Come on, I think.
If you can get band 6.5 or 6 is good for the first time. Next. This is section 2. Listen very well. I'll give you the technique now. There is only one speaker. So what you need to do is you follow the statements of the speaker using the keywords of the question. And as you hear the answer, write the answer. Okay? Now, questions 11 to 13. Tick the 3 other items which are mentioned in the news headline. You will hear news headlines, and you are to tick 3 like this. Now listen up. The test begins with an example, B. And the information is given in order of, okay? Do you think A is an answer?
No.
No, this is not an answer. That's one technique.
Why?
Again, now listen. The test begins with an example. Begins with an example. And the information comes in order. Alright, therefore, A is not an answer. Now, another thing. This is called global multiple choice. Understand? Because they come in order. So suppose you hear the word, you hear the answer. Number 1 is letter E. You have to go down. Don't go up. You are not to go up. Understand? You have to go down. If the answer begins with letter F, also you go down. You don't have to answer C, D, and E. Therefore, C, D are not answers. Alright? This is called global multiple choice. The technique is that. You have to start looking, try to identify the first section, the first question. Then you'll follow. Alright? Now let us read the keywords. Nurses on strike. Letter D, passengers rescued from ship. Passengers rescued from plane. So if you have the word plane, that's the answer. Bus and train drivers strike. Bus and train means transport strike. Yeah. So if you have the word transport, strike, that's the answer. Teachers demand new form for Qantas staff. Qantas is the good keyword. And national airports. Alright? Now when you hear these words, that's the answer. Because it is a news item. And it's only one speaker. You don't wait to wait. You have to write the answer. Alright? Okay. Next. Questions 14 to 21. This is completing notes. Complete the notes. Write no more than 3 words. Here, you use target skill technique. You have to target the information only asked in the question. And this is only one speaker. So what you hear from her, from him, that is the answer. For example here, you don't have to read the question. Know the target. Number 40, what is the target, Abdullah?
It's money.
Money.
Muhammad.
Yeah. What is that? Muhammad, I'm sorry.
It's the Muhammad.
Alright. Muhammad. Number 14, the target is money. So what amount of money you hear in dollars? That is the answer. If you have the word 250 million, then right. Okay.
Don't mention 250 and then minus 50.
Yeah, million is this. No,
give the target.
you have to write the word million like this of Muhammad. Million. Alright. And when you say thousand, in thousand you can write like this. This is thousand. Alright. This is 1,000, 250,000. But in million, write the word 250 million like this.
Like this, huh?
Yes. Not 6 years.
What about the date? 20th of May?
You have to write 5 May.
5 May
Like that.
2011.
Yes, like that. Alright. Now, so your target, the specific information is amount of money. What amount of money you hear, that's the answer. So that is your focus. Number 2, number 15, this money was to be spent on improving Sydney's. What of Sydney? So Sydney's roads, rivers, electricity, water, like that, parks, bridges. Yeah, what of Sydney? Number 15, farmers say that the money will not help them because it is, listen to the reason why the money will not help them. So listen to the reason why farmers say that the money will not help them. So because it is, you need an adjective.
The reason.
Yeah, the reason. Number 17, listen to a group of, an aeroplane which was carrying a group of course, people. What kind of people? Children, women, men. Was forced to land just minutes after takeoff. What is the answer?
How many minutes?
Number of minutes.
Number
Yes.
of minutes.
How many of minutes? So number. So if you have the word 3 minutes, write the word 3. That's the answer. This is the target.
Okay.
19. The passengers were rescued by means how? Yeah. How were the passengers saved or rescued? How? By boats, by police, by people, like that.
Okay.
And the operation was helped because of the good weather. The passengers thanked thee for saving their lives. Meaning, who did the passengers thank for saving their lives? Meaning, who saved their lives? Yeah, the pilot, the police, the people. But unfortunately, they lost their, what did they lose? Their bags. What did they lose? Understand?
Yes.
So your question, your 21, so I will repeat, number 14, money. 15, what of Sydney? 16, reason why the money will not help them. 17, a group of. 18, number of minutes. 19, how they were rescued. 20, who did they thank for saving their lives. And 21, what did they lose. That's the way how to read a question. In listening, difficult if you don't.
The time is not enough.
Yes, that's why you have to train. You have to practice like that. Understand?
And for
When
this,
is your exam?
Saturday.
Don't tell me.
Yeah. Why?
Why? You said you are not in Saturday.
That's why you said better to take it Saturday.
I told you you have to really practice. You have to come for revision and practice.
You said tomorrow there's a practice.
Today there's a practice.
Today only
3:30. Come 3:30.
Okay.
Yeah. This I will give you. I will continue the listening.
Okay.
3:30 to 4:30 still listening, and then reading and writing practice.
Okay.
All right. If you have to come tomorrow in the morning,
No, today is okay.
only today.
Because
You will continue.
Inshallah.
Yeah, next day. Right, ready?
This one. This
You
is
have to think only.
tick.
Listen to what you hear.
For
That's
one-
the answer. Three.
Three we have to answer.
Three only.
Okay.
أحسن اليوم. جاب بكرة.
Ready?
راجع يعني.
صحيح.
Okay.
Now turn to section 2. Section 2. You are going to hear a news report from an Australian radio program. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 13. Now listen to the news headlines and tick the 3 other items which are mentioned.
This is the 6 o'clock news for Tuesday the 25th of November. And first the headlines. The Prime Minister has promised to help the drought-stricken farmers in the northern part of the country who haven't seen rain for nearly 2 years. And in Sydney, a group of school children are successfully rescued from a plane which landed in the sea shortly after takeoff. Transport workers are on strike in Melbourne over a pay claim, and the strike looks set to spread to other states. And on a fashionable note, there's to be a new look for the staff of Qantas, Australia's national airline.
Now you have some time to look at questions 14 to 21. As you listen to the rest of the news, complete the notes in the spaces provided.
The Prime Minister has pledged today that he will make $250 million available to help the drought-stricken farmers who have not seen rain for years get through the next 5 years. Money that was to have been spent on the restructuring of Sydney's road system has been reallocated to what the Prime Minister described as a more worthy cause. Farmers are to receive financial assistance to help see them through the worst drought in over 50 years. Many farmers feel that while the money is welcome, it has come too late to save them and their farms from financial ruin, and are angry that the government did not act sooner. A group of school children who were travelling in a privately chartered aeroplane from Sydney to Queensland to take part in a musical concert found themselves swimming for the shore when their aeroplane had to land in the sea just 3 minutes after taking off from Sydney Airport. The pilot managed to bring the aircraft and its 50 passengers down safely in the calm waters of Botany Bay, where boats and pleasure craft were able to come to the rescue of the boys. The fact that it was a weekend meant that there were hundreds of boats in the bay enjoying the good weather, and this undoubtedly helped the rescue operation. "We owe our lives to the skill of the pilot," said one of the boys, but the pilot replied modestly that it was all part of a day's work. However, all their musical instruments were lost, and they never got to play at the concert.
That is the end of section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Spelling.
This one, huh? Transport, okay? Shows what are they considered?
Yes. 250.
50, ah. 50.
Yes.
50.
And this is road.
What?
Yes. This is by roads. You did not hear this?
Yes, I don't know why. This.
Difficult time. Listening actually is difficult.
Nothing interesting.
But they just try this one only and this one. The other one is here. So 250. This is roads.
I heard like reverse.
Yes. This is too late. School.
School children?
Yes, school children. You have to write children.
Yeah.
And this one how many minutes?
50, I would like that.
3 minutes. Very easy. And this is boats. And this pilot. And musical instrument.
What is that?
Pilot. Musical instrument.
Musical instrument.
I'll give you words to me to study. Alright, next. This is the first time for IELTS.
Yeah.
When did you study nursing? When did you stop? When did you finish? 2002?
Yeah.
Wow. No. He's in Ibri.
Every.
Imagine 9 years, huh?
Yeah.
And no English after 9 years. My God. So in the staff development, what do you do? No English?
Last year I joined. 2009.
2009.
I started.
Before that, you were just in the ward
Yeah.
and no speaking English.
Not that much. Most of them Arabic.
Almost in Arabic. All right, now section 3. Listen very well. There are 2 speakers to remind you. One speaker will give you the keywords of the question. The second speaker will give you the answer. So wait. All right. Now, this is multiple choice. Okay, start with the question 22-25. It begins with an example. You will hear this. So wait, 22. This is multiple choice, Muhammad.
Yeah.
This is the stem of the question. And these are the choices. Look. Yes. Fine. Yes, I know. You will come. I will call you later, doctor, please. Listen, this is the technique.
Okay.
The first speaker will give you the keyword in the stem. You will hear from the first speaker this keyword, orientation meeting.
Okay.
After that, the second speaker will come in. he'll give you statements to answer this question. But the words he will use are not the same with the words that are in the question. So the technique is you have to understand the meaning of its choice. You have to understand each of this and understand. And then the second speaker will give you statements and understand the meaning of the statements of the second speaker and match that statement with the choice. What matches is the answer. So for example, A, you will not hear the words took place recently, but you will hear the meaning of this. The meaning of this is yesterday, because this recently means yesterday. So if you heard that, that is the answer. Okay? So the technique is you are to understand the meaning of each of these and listen to the second speaker, the statements and the meaning of the statements of the second speaker, and match the meaning of the statement with the meaning of the correct choice. Right? And what matches is the answer. Right? Number 23. The keyword is attendance at lectures. This will be given to you by the first speaker. The keyword.
Okay.
Sometimes the second speaker comes in, and sometimes he repeats the keyword for you to answer, to prepare.
The question by second speaker will give you?
The first speaker.
Yeah, first speaker.
The second speaker will give you the answer.
Statement.
He will give you statements
Statement,
that will give you the answer.
Yeah.
But he will not use the words that are used in the choices are not the same words you will hear from the recording, the meaning. So understand the meaning of this.
Okay.
Now letter B, for example, closely monitored. The meaning of this is that the attendance at lectures is strictly checked. Yeah, perhaps 80%. Like that. So that is the meaning. Or it is enforced very necessarily. Understand? So you have to understand. Number 24. Tutorials is the keyword. When do tutorials take place? Every morning, twice a week, 3 mornings a week, or 3 afternoons a week? 3 mornings, but the meaning of 3 mornings. So you have to understand the meaning of these words. 3 mornings, like for example, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 o'clock. That is morning. Yeah, like that. And you have to identify the name of the lecturer. Number 25.
Again, 3 morning, what do you mean?
3 mornings means, for example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 o'clock. That is 3 mornings. Yeah. So you have to identify the meaning. Alright, 25. The lecturer's name. Identify the name of the lecturer. Okay? It's easy question. Next. 26 to 31. Complete the notes. Again, target. You have to target the specified information. Write no more than 3 words. But Muhammad, you know, Said, the questions, the format of the questions can help you answer the question. Yeah. How? This is the topic course requirements. Alright, now these are the keywords. Tutorial paper. A piece of work on a given topic. Students must. After must, what do we need in English?
Must, okay.
After must, what do we need?
Must, should, must do.
Right, must do, must read, must
Verb.
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 Yes. So the verb that you hear from the speaker about this topic, you say, I must means have to. Say, I have to talk. Yeah, so talk is the answer. I have to write. I have to study. I have to read. I have to give to lecture for marking. So the verb that you hear, so 27, we need verbs. That's right. Another 28. Muhammad, the keyword is usually, this is the format of the question. The answer should come after the word usually, because the gap is here. You see?
Yeah.
So you must hear the word usually. Do not answer without listening to this. You have to wait for this word, and after this word usually is the answer. Okay?
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
What to hear are these people. Hello? Yes? Yes, please. Sorry. After the word usually is the answer. So wait for this. You wait for this word. Do not answer without. This is the
Okay.
format, Muhammad.
Okay.
That's why in the exam you look at the question.
Okay.
How is the format of the test? Alright. Number 29. Type of question. What is the type of question?
Open-ended.
So this is a keyword type of question. The question is, this is called open-ended question. You are to write.
What they are mentioning?
Yes, when you mention the type of question, that's the answer. So listen to the type of question. What is the type of question? Number 30. Library is the keyword. Important books are in which part of the library? In which section of the library are important books are? So listen to the keyword important books. This is the keyword, and then you have to complete. Are in which section of the library? You see, like that. 31. The keyword is the focus. What is the focus of the course? That is the question. So listen to the word focus. After the word focus is the answer.
They were mentioned by order, this one?
Yes, they come in order. The listening test comes in order.
All.
Yes, all. Alright? Did you get?
Yeah.
Alright, try. This is only your first day, sometimes difficult, right?
Okay.
But when you are used to it, you will get good. Inshallah.
Now turn to section 3. Section 3. In this section, you will hear a conversation between a university student and a university lecturer. Look at questions 22 to 25. For each of the questions, 4 alternatives are given. Decide which of the alternatives best fits what you hear on the tape and circle the appropriate letter. Hello. Can I come in?
Oh yes, come in. How can I help you?
I was looking for the economics office. I've been all over the arts faculty building looking for it, but I could only find the School of Accounting and Economic History. Is this the right place?
Yes, this is the School of Economics.
Oh, good. I'm a new student, and I was wondering if someone could give me some information.
Well, I might be able to help. I lecture on that program. What do you need to know?
Well, quite a few things, actually. Firstly, how many lectures a week do I have to attend?
Ah, well, the Economics 1 course is a double unit. So there are 2 lectures a week and 1 tutorial.
Ah.
The lectures are scheduled for Tuesday and Thursday.
What time?
Let me see. You know, this information is all in the handout, which you should have received yesterday at the orientation meeting.
Was there a meeting yesterday? I didn't know about that. No one mentioned.
Yes, there was. But never mind. Now, the lectures are at 4 in the afternoon.
Falls a bit late. I've got a part-time job that starts at 4:30.
Well, you can't be in 2 places at once, can you? And attendance at lectures is necessary. We expect at least 90% attendance at this university, you know.
90%? That's high. Do they enforce that rule?
Yes, we do. We're pretty strict about it, actually.
And what times have been set down for the tutorials? Do you have that information?
That's a very well-attended course, so there's a number of tutorial times. Monday, Wednesday and Friday, all at 9 o'clock. Yours will be allocated at the first lecture.
Can't I choose the time?
Maybe, maybe not. You'll have to talk to the lecturer on the course. Dr. Roberts is his name.
Oh, okay. Now look at questions 26 to 31. As the conversation continues, complete the notes in the spaces provided.
Anything else I can help you with while you're here?
Well, yes, actually. Do you know what the course requirements are? I mean, how much work is expected for this course?
Well, you have to complete a tutorial paper.
What does that involve?
Well, it's a piece of work on a given topic based on some set reading texts. You'll have to give a small talk to your tutorial group.
How long does that have to be?
Oh, about 25 minutes usually.
I have to talk for 25 minutes?
Yes, that's right. And then you have to write up your piece of work and give it to the lecturer to be marked.
Right. And is that all?
No. You also have to complete a 3,000-word essay on a topic.
Can I choose the topic?
Yes, usually you can.
Right. That shouldn't be too bad.
And in addition to that, there is an exam.
An exam? What sort of exam?
Well, it's an open book exam.
Does that mean I can have the textbook with me during the exam?
Yes, that's right.
And can you give me any idea about the content of the first year of economics so that I can get into some reading?
Well, you'll be getting a reading list next week when lectures start. All the books are in the library.
Yes, but won't everyone else take them out as soon as they get the reading list too?
Well, yes, they might. But most of the important ones are held in closed reserve. That's a part of the library where you can go to read books, but you can't take them out of the building.
What did you call that section of the library?
Closed reserve. However, we do recommend that you buy the core books. You'll find them useful and you'll need them for the exam.
Yes, I suppose I will. But what is the focus of the course?
Well, the course at this university has a vocational focus. That is, a focus on preparing its graduates for work. So we're orientated very much towards employment.
Oh, so my chances of getting a job are good?
Well, provided you get good results.
Well, look, thanks for your time. You've been really helpful.
That's fine. See you next week then.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Check your answers. You didn't answer this?
I didn't hear.
Very easy, Saeed. Very easy. What is the verb here?
Talk.
All right, talk. What is the verb here? Right. Don't write any other word.
Okay.
Did you not hear the word usually?
I didn't hear.
Did you not hear the word usually? You can.
You can.
You can choose, it said. Open book, closed reserve, preparing
The student,
preparing for work.
for work, verb for work.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is also correct.
Verb for work.
It's closely monitored. Yes. Now spell the word talk. No.
T-O-L-K.
They will count the mistakes of spelling also?
Yes. muscular spelling.
مشكلة وايد. Mark it or write?
Alright. Yes. You can open spelling be open. You see where you see B Arabic. Omani.
Omani. It's a problem. That's not a problem. It's okay.
Yes, reserved. You know, I will give you your marks later. Your marks for comprehension and marks for the IELTS. Okay. Next, last question. Last section. Section 4. Now I finished already this, huh?
Okay.
Now let's go to questions 36 to 40. Complete the notes. No more than 3 words. Here, the subjects taken in the first semester in this course are psychology, sociology, blah and blah, meaning other 2 subjects.
2 words.
So you have to write the other subjects. So your keywords are subjects and psychology and sociology. That means the subjects after sociology are the answers. You need 2 words, 2 subjects. Number 25, 36. Students may have problems with. So listen to the problems the students may have. Meaning what kind of problems the student may have with. So one he will give. So listen, your target is the problem. Yes, it's easy.
This 2 first.
Yeah, this is multiple choice already. I finished this. You have to choose. Next. Now here. Yes. Meaning, I explained already multiple choice before. Now let's go. 37.
The target only.
The target. Now next, 37. The speaker says students can visit her. The keyword is students can visit her.
Can visit.
Yeah. These are the answers, choices.
They will give correct answer? Or
No, again the meaning.
meaning only.
So you have to understand the meaning of each of these. For example, letter B, some mornings. What's the meaning of this? Meaning 2 or more mornings means some mornings.
Yeah.
Right. Number 38. The keyword is tutorial. Understand? Underline. According to the speaker, what is a tutorial? It's a type of lecture. Is less important than a lecture. Provides a chance to share views. Provides an alternative to group work. I will repeat. The technique for multiple choice is first, understand the stem. The keyword, underline the keyword. This is the stem of the question and these are the choices. So you have to understand the keyword in the stem. Then understand the meaning of each of these. And then listen to the speaker.
One speaker will be here
Only one, because it's section 4.
Explain.
So listen to the statement of the speaker, understand the meaning of the statements, and then match. What is the meaning of the statement of the speaker that matches here? That's the answer. But you must understand each of these. For example, number A, you know this, a tutorial is a type of lecture. You know that. A tutorial is less important than a lecture. You know that. Understood? A tutorial provides a chance to share views. A chance to share views. Share views means to exchange. Share means exchange. And views means ideas. Or discussion. When you share views, you discuss, right?
Yeah.
So when you hear those words, that's the answer for letter C. For that's the meaning. Letter D provides an alternative to group work, meaning a tutorial gives, gives a choice or option to work in a group. Yeah, like that. Number 39, the keyword is writing essays. The speaker advises the students to understand. Now, what does the speaker advise the students to do when writing essays? Research their work well. You know what's a research? Name the books they have read. Share work with their friends. Avoid using other writers' ideas. So you have to understand the meaning of this. Do you understand the meaning of letter B? That when they write essay, the student has to name the books they have read. What does it mean? that when they write the essay and they use ideas from other textbooks, they have to attribute their work to the original writer. Meaning he has to reference or acknowledge referencing. Number 40, the speaker thinks that plagiarism is, the keyword is plagiarism. What is plagiarism according to the speaker? Is it a common problem? Plagiarism means copying.
Copying.
Yes, copying other people's work. Cheating is plagiarism. Now, is plagiarism a common problem? Acceptable risk? Minor concern or serious offense? You can even answer this without really listening. What do you think is the answer?
B.
Acceptable?
No. Serious.
Common
Serious.
problem.
Yes, serious. Yes, because when you cheat, it's a serious mistake. Offense means mistake. And 41, the speaker's aims. Meaning, what are the aims of the speaker about talking this topic? It is
What's he talking of?
about the whole thing. All right, identify. Clear? Let me see.
It's not difficult, huh?
Yes.
You can understand what they are talking.
Yeah. You need to practice. I will give you more practice.
Okay, inshallah.
Ready?
Now turn to section 4. Section 4. You will hear a talk given by a university lecturer about the structure of the university. First, look at questions 32 to 36. Now listen and answer questions 32 to 36.
Good morning and welcome to the University of Westlands. My name is Marcia Mayhew and I'm the coordinator of the Bachelor of Social Science degree. This morning I'd like to tell you about the structure of the university and about some of the requirements of the degree that you're about to enter. The Bachelor of Social Science is in one faculty within the university. That is the faculty where I work, known as Arts and Social Sciences. Here on this campus we also have the faculties of Architecture, Law and Science and Technology, among others. It's important to know something about the structure of the faculty because as you go through your course, you may need to call on members of the staff to help you. At the top of the faculty, we have a dean, and below the dean, we have 3 divisions. Each division has a divisional head, and your degree is located in the Division of Social Sciences. Within each of the divisions, there are the departments, and each of these offers the different degrees. For instance, 2 of the departments which offer the major subjects for your award are sociology and psychology. Each has a departmental head, but for practical purposes, the people you are going to see the most of are myself as coordinator of the social sciences degree and the actual lecturers who are teaching the subjects that you are taking. For instance, in the first semester, you'll be doing 4 subjects: psychology, sociology, history and economics. If you have any problems or difficulties, not that I'm anticipating you will, but you never know, then you should go and see your lecturers. For instance, you may find that you can't meet a deadline for an essay, or perhaps you're having problems with attendance. These seem to be the 2 most common problems that students face.
Now look at questions 37 to 41. As you listen to the rest of the talk, answer the questions 37 to 41.
If your lecturers are unavailable, you can always come and see me in my office. I'm available on Wednesday and Thursday mornings and on Friday afternoons. Outside these hours, perhaps you could ring the secretary and make an appointment. Now, you'll note that all of the subjects which you undertake in the first year are composed of lectures and tutorials. A lecture is about an hour long and a tutorial usually runs for about 2 hours. A lecture is rather like what I'm doing now, where one person will talk to all of you together on a subject. Now, we do ask you to try to attend the lectures. A tutorial is perhaps where most of the learning occurs at a university. You will be divided into groups of between 12 and 15 students, and each week one of you will have to present a piece of work to the group as a whole, and then the group will discuss what you've said. It's this discussion, this exchange of ideas, which really constitutes the basis of university learning, in my view. Listening to lectures in many ways is just giving you information that you could access for yourself in the library. But the discussion at the tutorial is very important. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to the lectures, though. Other factors to be particularly concerned about are the structure of essays and delivery of written material. And in particular, I would like to mention the question of plagiarism. Plagiarism is taking other people's work without acknowledging it. That is, without saying where it comes from. Now, of course, all essays are based on research done by other people, but you must remember to attribute the work to the original writer. And while it's a good idea to work with other people, don't hand in work which is exactly the same as your friend's work, because we will notice. If you don't acknowledge the source of your information, then you run the risk of failing the subject, or in very serious cases, you might be denied entry to the university. Last but not least, stay in touch with us. If things are getting you down, don't go and hide. Come and talk to us about it. That's what we're here for. Right. Thank you very much for coming along today.
That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. That is the end of the listening test. You now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the listening answer sheet.